Rob and I are on very similar wavelengths. I think from the first time we sat down and worked out the storyline, we found out we both had similar ideas as to how we could make it work on what we would have got, i.e. setting it on Earth and changing it to now and this sort of thing. And a lot of the ideas sort of dovetailed into each other.
As the script editor, I therefore had a pretty fair idea of what Nick had in mind from what he was writing, what I was rewriting and sending back. So that meant I had a pretty firm grasp of most of what was going on.
Yeah, and of course some of the early drafts of the Power script were very, very different. Very different. Streamlining the script after the first read of the first full draft was basically to just junk the first 15 minutes, more or less. And also to take the involvement of Unit out a lot more, because Unit was originally going to arrive on the island in force, which would have been lovely, but we just couldn't do it. There wasn't the time. But yeah, the first 15 minutes introduced the characters on the island quite a bit more, and introduced a concept which was in the original script, was that they were actually mining for something specific.
More power? We're supposed to be proceeding with caution.
So we are.
So with taking those two chunks out, it more or less got us to the right length. In a way, it sharpened it. I think it made it quicker and pacier and more urgent, and I think that benefited it. It wasn't so sprawled.
Power is certainly more reminiscent in its style and its shooting style of the current series than the previous. It's probably sort of a hybrid between what the show does now and what the show was doing in Sylvester McCoy's last sort of series. But even in those days you did a lot of rehearsals before going to studios, and here we literally rehearse record as is done now on the show. So the actors got a chance to sort of walk through their blocking and do a little bit of a rehearsal with Nick whilst we were setting up in the location and getting it pre-lit. It
was a very enjoyable creative process, getting from what would have essentially been a sort of edited down version of very much the original story to something that has become a hybrid reimagining. I can't remember when I actually started writing the script. It was certainly very early this year, probably February, March time we started. So by the time it's finished, it'll be at least a year having been working on it.
Positive lock. Gotcha.